Everyone, I'm Vani, Asst.Prof, Department of Computer Science from Dr. S.N.S. College of Arts Science. Here is my video lecture on client-server computing. Here, what is client and what is a server? Client or clients are the system which requests a resource, and server which provides that resource. The server may serve multiple clients at the same time, while the client is in contact with only one server at a time. Both the client and server usually communicate via computer network, but sometimes they may be reside at the same system. Here, what are the categories of client-server computing? Here, one-tier architecture, two-tier architecture, three-tier architecture, and n-tier architecture. In one-tier architecture, the client systems are represents presentation layer, where where the data is presented in the application layer and finally stored in the database layer. Here, in the client and application layer which will interact each other, whereas the application and database layer will also interact each other and form a one-way communication. The next one is two-tier architecture. Here, the client and client computer and a database tier server. Here, the client system can request a response from a server, and the server can give response for the request to the client system. Here, two-way communication can be shared for the two-tier architecture. The next one is three-tier architecture. Here, in the three-tier architecture, three layers of application use, such as client tier, application tier, and database tier. The client system can be a request for an application server and get a response from application server. Then after getting response, which can be transferred to the request to the database tier, and gets a reply back, response back from the database tier. From the database, the information passes through application server. Then from the application server, the information passes to the client system. This can be possible in both-way communication. While this client system request, another client system gets a response. While getting the response, the another system try for a request, so it will be circulating in an cyclic order. The next one is n-tier architecture. In the n-tier architecture, tier 1 is the client system, then tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 are the application and service and database tiers, in which there are huge number of there can be one or more application server and one web server and two or more database server which can interact with each other, and the data can be forwarded from client to respected servers such as application server or web servers or a database server. They get response equally from each servers and follows back by the client system. In the client server computing, there are the user can communicate. Many users can communicate with one individual server, whereas the many servers cannot communicate with other servers each other. One server can interact at a time while communicating, where huge data can be shared. Here, next one is conclusion of client server computing. Here, the client server network model usually consists of one or more server computers which provide services and information to number of workstation computers. These services can consist of many different roles such as file service, web service, email service, domain lookup, document version, internet sharing. These are the great example of client-server model, which is actually provided in worldwide internet. On the internet, clients are computer with web browsers and access websites that are hosted on servers. Thank you.